Xbox just made one of the biggest announcements in gaming that truly destroys the PlayStation 5's appeal to all gamers. Xbox Game Pass is getting a Sony PlayStation game day and date on the service, while Sony fans are outside looking in on the greatest deal in gaming so far. Let's get into this. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by and checking out the video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. Alright, enough of that. Let's get right into this amazing announcement by Xbox that truly makes them look like the best place to play your games. And that announcement is that we will be getting the PlayStation-made MLB The Show 21 day and date on Xbox Game Pass. You heard me right. The once exclusive MLB The Show game that a lot of PlayStation fans champion as an exclusive to their console is coming to Xbox Game Pass day and date. Talk about a turnaround that truly puts Xbox on the map to truly be the main place that most gamers should be playing their games at. So let's get right into what was said and how it was announced. MLB The Show 21 is coming to Xbox Game Pass on day one. With another thrilling opening day in the books, Major League Baseball fans around the world were treated to all the nail-biters, dingers, and bat flips they could handle when teams took the field to kick off the 2021 season. But if you thought that was all the big news we're bringing you this week, you'd be wrong. We're delighted to announce that MLB The Show 21 is coming to Xbox Game Pass on day one and will be available on April 20 for Xbox Series X, S, and Xbox One, as well as on Android phones and tablets via Xbox Cloud Gaming Beta for Ultimate members. Both MLB The Show 21, Xbox One, and Xbox Series XX Standard Editions will be included with Xbox Game Pass, so members will be able to play the best version of the game regardless of which console they're on. And with cross-platform play in progress, you can play against others online and earn and use content across the platform and generation you choose. Talk about a massive bomb that just dropped on the Sony PlayStation side. I mean, come on, this is one of the most savage ways to bring a game over to the Xbox platform. Because people have to remember, this game was exclusive to the PlayStation platform for years and years. In fact, it was one of the true baseball games on either console, and people really did buy PlayStation 5s and PlayStation 4s just for this game because of how good of a baseball game it was. Yet, last year, the MLB wasn't happy with the sales numbers only being on the PlayStation platform and wanted the game to be a multi-platform game. So they decided to bring the game over to the Xbox platform along with the PC platform and other platforms across gaming. And Sony didn't want to lose the contract, so they decided to accept the deal MLB offered them. But there's no way they figured they'd be the worst place to play the game while Xbox users get the game basically for free. And let's not forget, PlayStation 5 users have to pay $70 for this game because Sony decided to jack their prices up on next generation games because I guess development costs were just too much. All the while, Xbox didn't do that. And while that's going on, Xbox users only have to pay $10 and they get the same game on their platform and it'll be running maybe even better on there. Talk about a smack in the face to their customer base over at Sony. Honestly, people, this has to be one of the biggest announcements we've seen in a long line of big announcements Xbox has been giving us lately. Instead of Xbox being happy that they get the game on Xbox and charging $70 for it, Xbox decided to put the money up front and bring the game to Xbox Game Pass to draw even more people into their ecosystem. That's a cutthroat move and one of the best ways to have people forget about the other platforms in the industry and stay on the Xbox ecosystem. And like the article mentions here, this is only the beginning. As we said from the beginning, this is an incredible moment for all of us, and bringing the franchise to more players and baseball fans is something that we at MLB Players Inc. and Xbox are all excited about. We can't wait for the Xbox fans to experience the fastest, deepest, and most intense moment-to-moment baseball action yet. With pinpoint pitching, brand new fielding mechanics, and gameplay styles, Xbox gamers are in for a treat when MLB The Show 21 launches on April 20th. Now, this is where things get interesting because I have a feeling that Xbox didn't even consult Sony and their developers on this. Instead, they went right to the source, which is MLB Players Inc. I mean, they never mentioned the developers or Sony in this article write-up. Instead, they talk about bringing the game to more players and a bigger fan base. Not to mention, MLB probably saw the amount of subscribers on Xbox Game Pass and made an easy decision to put the game on there. And I'm sure Xbox signed them a pretty nice check in return. Oh, and not to mention, MLB saw that if the game is on Xbox Game Pass, they can get the game on Xbox Series X, S consoles, and Xbox One consoles, and PC, and of course xCloud with all the mobile devices that the Xbox has on it. So yeah, this is a very, very easy decision for MLB to partner with Xbox and get this game on the best service in gaming. Not to mention, it helps get Xbox gamers who never played the game a chance to play it and invest in the new franchise. So it's a win-win for Xbox and MLB. And honestly, it's a huge loss for Sony, but I don't think they care. All they care about is that they can get this game into more people's hands, which is said right here again. MLB The Show 21 rockets the franchise onto the next generation of video game consoles with a huge range of improvements, enhancements, and optimizations that make this show the ultimate Major League Baseball experience. Thousands of new animations, revolutionary innovation on gameplay, and an all-new stadium creator let you own the show like never before. MLB The Show 21 is available for pre-order now from the Microsoft Store or your local retailers and available with Xbox Game Pass on April 20. For more information about MLB The Show 21, stay tuned to Xbox Wire. And there you have it, people. This is the first time this game will be on Xbox, and it's the first time it's going to be on the next generation consoles, which is something I don't think people know how important that is. We have to remember that we're starting a new generation of gaming right now, and new people are joining Xbox and PlayStation 5 every single day. This isn't the tail end of a generation or the middle of a generation. No, this is the beginning of a new next generation, and it's going to be vital that Sony and Xbox attract as many people to their platforms as possible. And from the looks of it right now, Xbox has been the best place to play your games. The Xbox Series X is the most powerful console on the market, bar none. It has by far the best value out there on both consoles. Xbox Game Pass is basically highway robbery for gamers and the most consumer-friendly thing in gaming, second to none. So when new gamers are deciding to join a platform, they'll just look at Game Pass and MLB The Show along with all the other games joining the service, not to mention Bethesda games, which for me would make the decision extremely easy. You join the platform that gives you the most powerful console on the market for a better price, along with getting so many games on a subscription service that the competition just can't compete with. It's a no-brainer that MLB saw the amount of growth on Xbox, and it's a no-brainer that they wanted to put the game in more players' hands, especially when it comes to the Xbox platform. And that's something that Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, says right here on Twitter. I'm excited to see MLB The Show debuting on Xbox consoles this year. Today we announced it will also be available on Xbox Game Pass at launch on April 20, allowing this great game to reach even more fans than ever before. And that's not the only Xbox executive that talked. Here's what Aaron Greenberg of Xbox had to say. I dreamed of the day that MLB The Show would come to Xbox, but I never dreamt it would be an Xbox Game Pass at launch. Today we announced all your baseball dreams will come true. Power your dreams, baseball for everyone. Now, this is just a couple people from Xbox talking on Twitter announcing the game, and there are countless other gamers completely shocked at the news. Because to be honest, it's a massive announcement to see a Sony-developed game come to Xbox's greatest weapon, which is Game Pass. And of course, Phil Spencer and Aaron Greenberg are going to show off on social media, because they have the right to. Sony has nothing, and I truly mean nothing, to compete with Xbox Game Pass, and it's starting to show how valuable and amazing the service is for gamers. So like I've said in multiple videos before, this is going to be the greatest deciding factor for the generation. Game Pass is so consumer friendly that Sony needs to reevaluate their business model and compete with Xbox when it comes to value. Yeah, the PS5 has a great piece of hardware. Yes, they have some of the best games in the world first party wise, but this continued onslaught of Xbox dominating them at every turn has to make them change things up. They have to invest in something like Xbox Game Pass and put their first party games on there day and date. They have to embrace the things that are making Xbox so successful this generation. Because if they sit back and allow this type of behavior to continue, they'll be in a pretty tough spot looking in. I mean, come on, PlayStation gamers have to pay $70 for a PlayStation-made game, while Xbox users have to pay $10 for a subscription service and get the game day and date. There's no damage controlling this, there's no bright side on Sony's side for this. It's an embarrassment and something that Sony needs to answer to. Let's hope Xbox continues this onslaught, because the best way for Sony to change is for them to keep getting knocked down. Competition is king, and Xbox right now is truly coming this generation with the biggest announcements and the best competition we've ever seen from them. I hope it continues, and from the looks of it, it's going to. And I think Sony needs to be prepared to change things up. But enough of what I think about all this. Let me know what you think about this. Are you shocked MLB The Show is coming to Xbox Game Pass day and date? What can Sony do to combat this? Are PlayStation players going to move over to the Xbox Series X so they don't have to pay $70 for this game? Why do they have to pay $70 for a game when Xbox gamers don't have to? When will Sony fans demand better from their preferred platform? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now, I've been playing a lot of It Takes Two with my girlfriend. That game is so fun. I've never laughed so much in a game with somebody else that I just can't stop playing it. We've had a lot of fun with it. We've been going through it, and the communication is key in that game. This is like a really good stress test with somebody that you know. I'm talking about playing with your significant other or playing with a friend. The game is just insanely fun, and it makes you laugh, and it's kind of over the top funny. So I'm really enjoying it, and I can't wait to beat that game because I just keep going back to it with her. And I'm going to be playing Outriders all weekend because that game is really fun. I was playing a little bit last night, but starting today and starting all weekend, I'm going to be going really hard on that game because it's a lot of fun. It kind of reminds me of a way more fast-paced Gears of War. And hey, that's always good in my eyes because Gears of War is one of my favorite franchises of all time. So I love it, and plus the abilities are pretty cool and the Trickster is really fun. But let me know what you're playing. Go down below. Are you playing Outriders, It Takes Two, or are you going to be playing MLB The Show when it comes out April 20th on Xbox Game Pass? And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.